Welcome students. Now we are going to understand functions of money. The functions of money. The functions of money can be classified into primary function, secondary function, contingent function and other functions. First going to understand the primary functions. What are the primary functions of money? Money acts as a medium of exchange, store of value, measure of value, and standard of deferred payment. First, going to learn the money act as a medium of exchange. This is considered as the basic function of money. Money has the quality of general acceptability and all exchanges take place in terms of money. On account of the use of money, the transaction has now come to be divided into two parts. First, money is obtained through sale of goods and services. This is known as sale. Later, money is obtained to buy goods and services. This is known as purchases. Thus, in the modern exchange system, money acts as the intermediary in sales and purchases. So, money, எதன் மூலமா we can obtain money through purchase and sales. So, in modern times, we considered as the money act as the intermediary in sales and purchases. Next function is money as a measure of value. The second important function of money is that it measures the value of goods and services. In other words, the price of all goods and services are expressed in terms of money. Money is thus looked upon as a collective measure of value. Since all the values are expressed in terms of money, it is easier to determine the rate of exchange between various types of goods in the community. Next, going to understand the secondary functions. Money as a store of value. Savings done in terms of commodities were not permanent, but with the invention of money, this difficulty has now disappeared and savings are now done in terms of money. இப்போ சேவிங்ஸ் அப்படிங்கும்போது நம்ம ஒரு பொருளாகவோ இல்லை இப்போ கேட்டில்னு எடுத்துட்டோன்னா இப்போ கேட்டில் வந்து நம்ம ரொம்ப நாளைக்கு ஸ்டோர் பண்ணி வைக்க முடியாது. அதே மாதிரி அதோட ஒவ்வொரு கமாடிட்டியுமே ஃபார் லாங் பீரியட் ஆஃப் டைம் ஸ்டோர் பண்ணும்போது அதோடைய லைஃப் டைம் முடிஞ்சிடும் அல்லது அதோட குவாலிட்டியோ குவான்டிட்டி வந்து டிக்ரேட் ஆகிறதுக்கு சான்ஸ் இருக்குது. ஸோ பணமாக நம்ம சேவ் பண்ணும்போது அந்த மதிப்பு எப்போதுமே அதே மாதிரி இருக்கும். டெபாசிட்டாக பேங்க் டெபாசிட்டாக நம்ம பணத்தை சேவ் பண்ணும்போது அதில் மதிப்பு அப்படியே இருக்கும். ஸோ மணி ஆல்சோ சர்வ் அஸ் அன் எக்ஸலண்ட் ஸ்டோர் ஆஃப் வெல்த் as it can be easily converted into other marketable assets such as land, machinery, plant, etc. இப்போ பணத்தை வந்து நம்ம எப்போ வேணாலும் ஒரு அசட்டாக ஒரு லேண்டாகவோ மெஷினரியாவோ மாற்றிக்க முடியும். அட் த சேம் டைம் அந்த அசட்டை திரும்ப நம்ம பணமாகவும் நம்ம வந்து எப்போ வேணாலும் நம்ம கேஷாகவும் மாற்றிக்கலாம் த்ரூ சேல்ஸ் ஆஃப் தட் அசட். Money acts as a standard of deferred payment. Borrowing and lending were difficult problem under the barter system. In the absence of money, the borrowed amount could be returned only in terms of goods and services. But the modern money economy has greatly facilitated the borrowing and lending process. In other words, money now acts as the standard of deferred payment. Next, money acts as a means of transferring purchasing power. The field of exchange also went on extending with growing economic development. The exchange of goods is now extended to distant lands. It is therefore felt necessary to transfer purchasing power from one place to another place. Next function is contingent functions. Under contingent functions, first function is basis of the credit system. Money is the basis of the credit system. Business transactions are either in cash or on credit. For example, a depositor can make use of checks only when there are sufficient funds in his account. The commercial bank create credit on the basis of adequate cash reserves, but money is at the back all of credit. ஸோ ஒரு இண்டிவிஜுவல் வந்து எப்போ வந்து ஆம், அவரோட செக்ஸ் வந்து அவரால் யூஸ் பண்ண முடியும்னா அடிக்குவேட் ஒரு சஃபிஷியன்ட் அளவு அவர் அக்கௌண்ட்டில் பணம் இருந்தால் மட்டும்தான் நம்மளால் செக்லாம் யூஸ் பண்ண முடியும். அதே மாதிரி கமர்ஷியல் பேங்க் வந்து அடிக்குவேட் கேஷ் ரிசர்வ் வச்சுருந்தால் மட்டும்தான் அதால் வந்து கிரெடிட் ஃபெசிலிட்டிஸ் வந்து ப்ரொவைட் பண்ண முடியும். அதுக்கு ரிசர்வ் பேங்க்லேயோ அதோடைய பேங்க்லேயோ எவ்வளோ ரிசர்வ் வச்சுருக்கோ அதை பொறுத்து தான் கிரெடிட் வந்து அது க்ரியேட் பண்ணும். ஸோ மணி இஸ் அட் த பேக் ஆஃப் ஆல் கிரெடிட். Money facilitates distribution of national income. The task of distribution of national income was exceedingly complex under the barter system. But the invention of money has now facilitated the distribution of income as rent, wages, interest, and profit. Money helps to equalize marginal utilities and marginal productivities. Consumer can obtain maximum utility only if he incurs expenditure on various commodities in such a manner as to equalize marginal utilities occurring from them. Now, in equalizing these marginal utilities, money plays an important role because the price of all commodities are expressed in money. Money also helps to equalize marginal productivities of various factors of production. Then money increases productivity of capital. Money is the most liquid form of capital. In other words, capital in the form of money can be put to any use. It is on account of this liquidity of money that capital can be transferred from the less productive to the more productive users. Next, other functions. Money helps to maintain repayment capacity. Money possesses the quality of general acceptability. To maintain its repayment capacity, every firm has to keep assets in the form of liquid cash. The firm ensures its repayment capacity with money. Likewise, banks, insurance companies, and even governments have to keep some liquid money, that is cash, to maintain their repayment capacity. Money represents generalized purchasing power. Purchasing power kept in terms of money can be put to any use. It is not necessary that money should be used only for the purpose for which it has been served. Money gives liquidity to capital. Money is the most liquid form of capital. It can be put to any use. Next, going to understand the supply of money. What is supply of money? Money supply means the total amount of money in an economy. It refers to the amount of money which is in circulation in an economy at any given time. ஒரு பீரியட் விதின் த இயர் எவ்வளோ அமௌண்ட் ஆஃப் மணி வந்து இந்த சர்க்குலேஷனில் இருக்கோ அதை தான் நம்ம என்ன சொல்கிறோன்னா சப்ளை ஆஃப் மணின்னு சொல்கிறோம். The supply plays a crucial role in the determination of price level and interest rates. Money supply viewed at a given point of time is a stock, and over a period of time it is a flow. What is fiat money? The currency notes are also called fiat money and legal tenders. Next, going to understand the measures of money supply. Money supply is a stock variable. RBI publishes information for 4 alternative measures of money supply, namely M1, M2, M3 and M4. M1 is equal to currency, coins and demand deposits. M2 equal to M1 plus savings deposit with post office saving banks. M3 equal to M2 plus time deposits of all commercial and cooperative banks. M4 equal to M3 plus total deposit with post offices. M1 and M2 are known as narrow money. M3 and M4 are known as broad money. Next, going to understand the determinants of money supply. What are the determinants of money supply? First one is currency deposit ratio, that is CDR. Second one, reserve deposit ratio, RDR. Third, cash reserve ratio, CRR. And statutory liquidity ratio, SLR. First, going to understand what is currency deposit ratio. It is the ratio of money held by the public in currency to that they hold in bank deposit. What is reserve deposit ratio? Reserve money consists of two things: vault cash in banks and deposits of commercial banks with RBI. And cash reserve ratio, it is the fraction of the deposit the banks must keep with RBI. Statutory liquidity ratio, it is the fraction of the total demand and the time deposit of the commercial banks in the form of specified liquid assets. Next, the going to know the currency symbol. The new symbol designed by D. Uday Kumar, a postgraduate of IIT Bombay, was finally selected by the Union Cabinet of 15th July 2010. The new symbol is an amalgamation of Devanagari Ra and the Roman R without the stem. The symbol of India rupee came into use on 15th July 2010 after America, Britain, Japan, Europe Union. India is the fifth country to accept a unique currency symbol. I hope that you all understand about the functions of money and supply of money, measures of money supply, and determinants of money supply and currency symbol. Thank you, students.